Welcome back to Best Reddit Daily, home of the best Reddit content on YouTube. Today we will be browsing r/am I the asshole? Remember to like the video if you enjoyed, and hit the subscribe button to get your daily dose of Reddit fun. Now sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Am I the asshole for reporting my classmates for joking that I have pretty privilege? Background: I'm F23, one of only a few female students in a male-dominated course. Furthermore, I am at a highly prestigious university and I haven't really gotten along with the guys on my course. They are all very competitive and I just don't really enjoy their company. Everything turns into a pissing contest, and they definitely take me less seriously because I'm a woman. I stopped interacting with them beyond the mere minimum and choose to hang out with other people. Anyway, I did well in our recent exams. I topped 2 out of 4 exams we had so far. Our prof congratulated me during class. I wouldn't have advertised this myself. Ever since then, my interactions with a specific group of male classmates have gotten weird. They're now outright rude and challenge me aggressively in class discussions. We recently had some presentations and one of them chose to do theirs on, to put it simply, pretty privilege. They specifically pointed to 2 papers that suggested that pretty female students get overscored in assessments. The other guys in the group snickered and one even gave me a wink. Afterwards, I heard them in the hallway joking that they had experience with that themselves. I've been seeing a PhD student within our department for a month. He has literally nothing to do with our course. Well, we ran into one of my course mates together. The next day in class his friend B asked me if my boyfriend helped me with exams. He said this intentionally loudly and in front of the professor, who heard this. I replied that I don't have a boyfriend, cause he's not my BF, but then B pointed out that he had run into me with the PhD student, making a point to say his name. The prof knows him. I just replied that we're only friends. They didn't let up. I heard that they discussed this thing in 2 more classes, in earshot of the professors. Both times they suggested I got help for my exams. I wasn't even seeing him then. I didn't confront them, but this has been causing me so much anxiety. Even without the exam accusations, I worked hard to get here and I don't want to be known among the faculty for my dating life. I raised this issue with my supervisor, without the intention of taking it any further, but I wanted her advice as a woman in academia. She convinced me to let her email their supervisors, to remind them of proper conduct, and described their treatment of an unnamed female student. She didn't name me, but they figured it out. They confronted me after class and asked me why I would report their silly joke. Apparently, their supervisors are now very cold towards them and less interested in helping. It's not a formal complaint, only their supervisors know, but one of them, C, said his supervisor writes the reports for his financial aid/scholarship and it was my fault if he lost out on that. I now feel a bit embarrassed and this was compounded by a friend telling me I took it too far cause C shouldn't lose out on his scholarship. So, Reddit, AITA? Edit, grammar. Am I the asshole for buying my niece a fake dupe of an expensive bag she wanted to humble her for once? My 38F niece, 15F, is very spoiled by my brother and Sil. She's an only child and also the first and only grandchild to my parents. Ever since she was younger my brother, Sil, and parents gave her every and anything she wanted, never said no to her, you get the gist. Due to this now at 15 she is nightmare to deal with. Everyone just basically gives her whatever she wants because she's the baby. My husband, 42M, and I are child-free by choice. We both have good careers and do very well for ourselves. I've always had an expensive taste when it came to clothing, jewelry, bags etc., important for later. A few weeks ago my husband and I went over to my parents' house for a family lunch. My brother, Sil, and niece were there too. The conversations were mainly catered around my niece because her birthday was approaching. My parents asked her what she wanted for her birthday this year. She told them that she wanted this specific designer bag worth around $2,200 USD. My parents were completely taken aback and kind of started laughing, telling my niece that's a bit excessive and there's no way they're spending that kind of money on a bag. My niece then turned to my husband and I and said, "Well, you guys can get it for me then, you're rich but yet you always get me cheap gifts." My husband and I were both taken aback. The gifts we get her aren't cheap at all, at how ungrateful and rude she was acting. And also the sheer audacity of a 15-year-old demanding I get her a $1,000 bag. My sil jumped in the conversation saying how I have all these bags, and flaunting them around my niece is only going to make her want them. So pretty much saying, I made my bed lie in it and get her the bag. I think they left the conversation think they guilt-tripped me into getting her the bag. Well, they were wrong. I hopped on one of those designer dupe wholesale websites, ordered the bag for like $60 USD. The bag came in like 2 weeks later. I wrapped the gift and brought it to my niece's birthday party. Fast forward, she saw mine and my husband's gift and got super excited. She opened her gift and immediately her face dropped. She turned red in the face. You could tell the bag was a dupe. She asked us, "What is this? Is this a joke?" I said, "No, this is your gift. Maybe in the future you should be grateful for the gifts we get you. It's not the price that matter, it's the thought." My niece started crying, calling us cheap and embarrassing. My sil had some not so nice words either. My brother, sil, and parents are upset because I let down my niece, and think I should apologize. I think she needed to be humbled, and that her parents should encourage her to apologize for my husband and I for demanding us to buy her the bag in the first place. AITA? Am I the asshole for not replacing my wife's wedding ring that she lost? My wife had a tendency to leave her wedding ring in very strange places, on our second bathroom's sink, the kitchen counter, a shelf next to the kitchen sink. I told her multiple times that if she leaves the ring laying around in these more active areas that one of our young children could grab it or it could get knocked off the counter. Sure enough, eventually she did lose it for good. I helped her tear the house apart in hopes that we'd find it, but we had no luck. I asked her when she lost it and she said it was a couple weeks ago. Which I was completely dumbfounded. Her response was that she didn't want to acknowledge that she lost it, so she put off looking for it. She asked if she could get a replacement ring. I told her no, because I told her in the past to put her wedding ring up on the mantle or in her locked jewelry box so the kids couldn't get it. Then we also found one of the nice necklaces I bought her in the bathroom drain when we were searching for the ring. I told her she obviously doesn't value her jewelry, so at this point I don't see a necessity to spend money on items she's not going to take care of. AITA for not replacing this ring. Edit. To everyone saying that I should replace the ring with a lesser valued ring. That's fine, she has a silicone one now. She wants a full-on replacement for the original ring, like thousands of dollars worth. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my TikTok at BestRedditDailyYT for more content.